Hello, Mike the DM here. I had a backlog of recordings to edit, and I finally got into this session's recording. Unfortunately, there was a mess up in the audio balancing. Everyone's voice and the music comes through perfectly, but I seem to be exceptionally quiet. I do not consider this episode remotely listenable, but I'm going to upload it anyway for posterity. If you want to try and listen and parse what I'm saying, be my guest. But I don't recommend it. The good news is it appears to be only this recording. I'm very sorry about that. You are listening to Session/Episode 99 of Primordial detailing of the classic elements of the story in the Dungeons and Dragons multiverse. My name is Mike, I'm the DM. Tonight, I'm joined by recap us. When last left, the pack is Snow and Bardic, along with Stoneflame, settling on who rides with elemental powered cart. After a bit of back and forth, Atticus would decide to take to the skies as a giant eagle right alongside. Yet, cart much faster than walking, and made progress to the Shield headquarters to speak with Gordon. Gordon would request that this task force delay their foray into the cult nexus, but rather travel upstream to find the cause of the influx of salt water into the world. Gordon also informs him that his contact in Roland is unresponsive and things. That evening, Snow returns to her temple of Oral to pray, while the rest of the party partakes in a meal in a hole-in-the-wall restaurant of Forstride's Market Avenue. Eventually, they all crash at Chatticus' factory, now precariously close to the water's edge. That morning, they make a sending to the Excavators, inform them of their children. Catch us up with the Excavators, we join them on the leaving the Fane of the Eye, also known as the Cult Nexus. As they walk through the defunct lair of the Earth Cult, a quarter of the dwarven ruin Tyr vessel, they are approached by a much more calmer ghost of the dwarf Varric. Varric is in a much more stable state with the Earth portal closed and offers aid to the party. He mentions an old magic weapon that was particularly effective against dragons. It belonged to Hendril Folkbreaker, dwarf entombed in the Fane of the Eye that the group had rested at more than once on their ruin. The party mentions that there is no such hammer at the crypt. Varric mentions that it may be Folkbreaker's wife's mausoleum, and it advises the party to keep an eye on it. The excavators return to the junction of corridors in the caverns under the Master Mountains, only to find that the two earth parts they had been using to travel back and forth here are missing. But it being late, the party decides to bed down for the night and deal with it in the morning. That night, long oblivion, both infinite and infinitesimal, so tired. So much trauma body is experiencing. While magical healing sets bones, heals cuts, fires that up. Cool, crisp air rushes into your lungs. You're lying on soft grass. Zachariel, form of a woman, faintly reminds you of mother and Katie, sits on a blanket next to a stump. Embedded in the stump is the dagger Regier. Sunlight. Zachariel looks at you, compassion on her. Says, "Doing well. Stay close, friends." Gestures area. It's meta. Says, "You may rest here for as long as you need." Expression turns resolute. Take the weapon, ready to.
He'll nod, kind of lay back down on the grass for a second and just breathe deeply for a while. And when he feels like he's finally ready to meet the day, he reaches over and grabs the knife.
Without thrust back into that oblivion. It's the second sense of find yourself in a tavern, allied, magical barrier. That's up. Shimmering? Shimmer?
Of course.
Shimmering above you. Lovely.
It starts purple at the top and then is like a gradient to orange at the bottom.
But the morning comes and the tiny hut. And at this point, excavators get descending. Somebody sent ascending, right? It's not sent ascending? You guys talked about it, but did you actually do it?
I'm sure she would have.
Okay.
But I have no idea what it would be.
I'll go ahead and take a minute.
I don't have that spell.
If I remember correctly, the conversation was tell them that we're doing this instead, basically. At this point.
What are we doing as GTF? We're investigating the flooding, right?
Yeah, we're finding out why the salt water's coming through because that's more pertinent than running out to destroy the artifact right away.
Asked by find this.
Contact and roll it is unresponsive.
That's what Gordon told you that his contact.
I think that's pretty good. This is Snow. There's a change of plans. Fourth Stride flooded. We're investigating downriver. Gordon's contact enrolled unresponsive. Probably Zachariel.
Okay. Probably. Say back. Stood. On to destroying the spear. You'll. Hello? Did that not capture it?
No, we heard you.
I heard it.
Oh no, I'm looking at OBS and it wasn't lighting up.
Oh, don't know about that.
That was weird. He says, understood, we will move on to destroying the spear in the air portal. Then he'll look at the party and relate what Snow said.
Did she give any details to how big the flood was?
Just said it was flooded. That's difficult to imagine considering Strad's on 2 hills.
We should hurry. Get the spear dealt with and get there fast.
And as Tadeas says that, you guys hear a connection from junction that leads back into. Hear what sounds like tromping. Heavy laden footsteps and growl. Feel the sense of bed, and suddenly realize that the same feeling you have every time you see Belnaar Chonzal.
Rested. I should probably do that.
Oh yeah, rested.
rolling 1s and 2s today. Yeah, this could be bad. It was an accident. I was trying to click my sheet.
Yep. Yep.
Let's hop in and take advantage of this. I'm just gonna stab down with fire one. There it is. Oh, it's advantage?
Yes.
24?
Yes. 11.
Do it again. And if he's still standing, or at least alive, I'm going to use the bonus action to attack again. So just waving my arm, just fire sparks splattering against the floor. Whew.
Very nasty sizzle sound and a very acrid smell.
And there's that. And we good. I can. Sorry.
Zachariel rolls around and puts on a good defensive fight.
Wisdom? That's a fail.
Oh, Lucy, seeing Hum get attacked, is going to make a deadly leap onto this gentleman, avoiding locks as best as she can. Thanks.
Dodges. Takes half of that and then
I know, I'm rolling really super low.
now it's Hum's turn.
Hum is going to ring her chimes.
Oh shit.
Ringing chimes. I gotta pull up the cheat sheet here. Thank you. She's going to, I can bump them up. How many? 8?
You can have any number between 1 and 10.
She is going to take an 8.
She's going crazy.
She's
Steel wind strike.
she's going to hit him with a steel wind strike.
It's hit all of them. Have to roll to hit first.
Oh, I hit the button and it didn't roll to hit. Let me roll. Let me see why I didn't do that.
It's not a standard spell, so you need to press the little button that says to attack.
I'm just going to go ahead and roll a 1d20. I'm having a shit time right now. Hold on.
It's an 8.
We're proficiency 4. I don't know where our charisma is. For level 10.
I think it was a 10. Oh, then plus 9. 20 plus 9.
Plus 9. There we go.
That definitely hits whoever you want that to hit, so you can attack these guys anyway.
So I'm going to hit this guy right in front of me and then head over to Chonzal and try to get this other guy too. Can I do that?
Yeah, you can attack 5 creatures and
I have it here.
melee spell attack. Might actually this guy is prone, so you actually have advantage on him because it's a melee spell attack.
So I should roll again one more time.
Well, you already hit this guy. And there's the
Okay. Oh, do I have to roll to hit these two too?
Yeah. You're essentially channeling your inner anime character and just disappearing into a light flash and just hitting all of them.
18, 19 hits. Both of them. Either. Who's that on?
That one is on Chonzal, and the next one is on the guy that's laying on the ground. I'm just going to kind of do this spin around and hit them as they come.
You can roll the damage again twice. Then, any of them. Right, 25 on Chonzal. This guy no longer alive.
And then I'm just going to end up landing right behind Tadeas and Zachariel.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna line myself up here and give him a good old-fashioned lightning bolt.
Alright. What's this lightning bolt look like?
It is a giant, purpley sparkle snake.
That curves gracefully around Fox.
Yep.
Just ignore this. I'm just checking this. There we go.
Okay.
Okay.
They had another forever. Purple snake comes out, but this guy over here does something in box on the box, and
Tadeas, just kind of frustrated, is actually like gonna take to a knee and start stabbing at Chonzal and just keep yelling, "Why won't you die?" Is he down? Yeah, he is. 9? Again. I'm gonna do the improvise with that one because we fresh. I have those back. Yeah, what's that? What's up? Oh yeah, improvise doesn't get the advantage here. You're correct. Let's see. 17? Ah, okay. Third one isn't going to happen then, so I'm just going to... No, I don't think I have a bonus action. I think I'm just going to stay right there then.
So 5, 5, and 5. Does
17. Lucy is standing right there, so she just kind of wants to squish this guy. So she's going to take her standing leap.
and just come down.
She does a little dance on top of him.
Yes. Alright,
Hum is angry as she sees Zachariel fall on the ground and take some hits. So what is she going to do? She is going to... She's got so much right now. I think she is going to cast Mind Sliver on him. I had the wrong button. Hold on. And then she's going to viciously mock him with her ring. She just whispers at him, "You are a failure and a traitor, and you will die."
Lance. It's just a...
I think I'm just gonna try and firebolt him. Okay.
X.
Do my best to slice him up.
It's 9. It's 8. It's...
Yeah, one more for the road. Let's improvise that.
It's 9 and...
Bow.
Belnaar Chonzal goes. Going to forego. Smoke coming out of his nostril, but he doesn't move out. Instead, that's that weird unweaved sword that barrages back to the One of them that hit us at 29. Got much damage.
18. 34. Lucy is going to run over, and seeing that there are so many people over here, she is going to bite him. Knowing how dangerous Chonzal is going to ring the chimes one more time. And she's going to add 6 to cast Steel Wind Strike again. Misses.
Anything else?
No, she's going to watch her shoulders drop.
You still get to actually you still teleport near him. Because that's how the spell works. When you oh wait, you can then teleport.
I'm actually going to put myself there, and now he's flanked.
Okay. He's super flanked. Definitely. Okay.
I think we'll just magic missile him.
How's he looking?
He has ichor just oozing out of him.
Okay, yeah, we're just gonna slice up them. His advantage is start cutting away. 15 will miss, I think.
Yes.
I'm gonna just actually. I'm gonna just punch him in the face real fast, actually.
That's it.
And as a bonus action, I'm gonna grapple him.
Grapple.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's 19. Don't advantage on that.
Okay.
19.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna hold him there down. That'd be turn.
Not restrained. So he will attack all of them. dagger in. Tadeas, the energy from the dagger and also the blunt force that's like the dagger causes Chonzal's form to waver, and instead of holding on to like this weird muscular dragonborn arm or shoulder, wherever you're holding it, it turns into this oily black smoke. And you can still sort of see his face as it's dissolving. But you see tendrils of oily shadow shoot out from that mass, and they slam into Zachariel's head and chest. And a voice booms from all around and in your heads, and it is not that of Belnaar Chonzal. I have allowed you to persist in opposition to me for far too long, Zalo. I will take you out of the equation and your irritatingly persistent ally. Zachariel grunts, his eyes go wide as he bellows out in agony, his body seizing. And then, his body turns into pure flame. All of his gear, weapons, armor clatter to the ground in heat. The tendrils of shadow from Belnaar seemingly rip the essence of Zachariel away. You can see the shadow attempt to envelop the flame, but clearly there is still some resistance as parts of the shadow burn away. And I want you to imagine from Samurai Jack when he hits Aku with the magic sword and it burns. That's the sort of vibe we're going for. Despite that effort, the flame is subsumed into darkness, but you see for a moment, bursting out from that formless mass, a gout of fire that resolves into an image of Zachariel's head and bellows, "Everyone! Fight on!" The gout of flame is cut off, and the oily mist carries the flame inside itself as it rapidly flees from the arena of battle. And you're out of initiative. In the pile of his gear, you can see Sunnis Spade start to quiver and shake. Along with both of them begin to achromatize, means they start turning.
I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic on Sunnis Spade.
The achromatasis, I don't know exactly the right word, process stops, but it still quivers.
Where is it going? Where did Zachariel go?
I don't know. Pick up Suni. She looks scared.
I'm gonna reach over and grab the shovel.
One of you must bond with me. Hear from the shovel. I can feel the pull. Please. And at that point, Delia gets a psychic message from Miladiris. I know you have closed the earth portal. Bring Zachariel and the spirit of the ornamental in that shovel.
Can I respond to it?
Yep, it's functioning like sound.
Miladiris just sent me a message saying we need to bring Sunnis and Zachariel to Akka.
Delia, it doesn't take much thought for you to realize that she mentioned Zachariel because he's the one who spoke for Sunnis. Encountered her in just outside of the Earth Node. To remind you, refresh your memory, Sunnis had claimed that she knew the secret of Ladyrus' physiology, but Zachariel was the one that to it.
Well, I mean, what do we do?
I don't know.
Tadeas, you have to join with Sunni. She has to be able to talk to someone.
Out of the ground, that ear on the ground. Is the fight over? Where'd Zachariel go?
Zachariel was taken by Chonzal. We have to keep moving. You heard him. He said for us to fight on.
Taken? What? Killed?
I don't think so. I just know he's been taken. I am going to murder Chonzal.
The only way we're going to destroy that altar is getting rid of the items.
I'm going to hold Sunni up for a second. I'm going to start thinking like I did the first time I was holding her. And I'm going to say,
This is temporary. You belong to someone else, but I hope to be satisfactory for now.
You feel a sense of relief coming from Sunnis Spade, from Sunnis herself. And she says, thank you. Know what happened? Know what happened? Zachariel. I heard him too. I agree. Let's fight on. It says, scroll, Saul.
Chonzal, he turned into like that Icarus form whenever he slid, and he attached himself to Zachariel. He turned into like this gloat of fire and screamed out to continue fighting and just disappeared.
He sort of considers that for a moment. And he says, wherever Chonzal's taken him, I don't think we've seen the last of Zachariel. I think. Remember, told me. Spirits of ornamentals. Strong. And you can hear, Tadeas can hear Sunnis Spade in his mind. She says, right about that. It's been there for centuries.
We need to do what Ladyrus said. We do not need a fight with the dragon right now.
No, and she'll find us. I don't know how I tell Floriana, though.
We tell Floriana what we know, that he is not gone. He's just been taken, and we tell her we will not stop fighting till we get him back.
Tadeas nods and kind of looks back into like the smolder pile where Zachariel was. Is the shield still turning black?
It's not a smolder pile. It's just like
Or like a scorch mark?
No, like his body just kind of turned into flame, and maybe there's a little soot on the gear, but not much. And as for the shield, as you've been talking, yes, it's been growing darker. It probably is operating under the same rules, because you do recall that there was a slot in that ziggurat for the shield. As strange as that is.
I didn't remember that shield. Okay, so I'll pick it up at the same time. See what happens.
Let's load the rest of this into Lucy's saddlebags. She can carry it.
Okay.
It's still turning dark as you hear.
I'll cast Dispel Magic on it. And then I'll respond to Miladiris' message with, "We will be headed that way shortly."
You don't get another message back, but you do get an emotional pulse of approval. And just as you get that, you get a sending from Renwic. "25 words. Just blowing up your mind. Oh, of course. Earth carts are here, in Orber. Local cultists snuck into town before dawn and caused some trouble. They've been dealt with. Mission successful."
Okay, I will type out a response.
Emojis count as well.
Should I tell him to send the carts back? Or are we gonna hoof it?
It'll be faster with the carts. We need to get rid of all this.
Okay, I'm just gonna tell him portal is closed. Zachariel was taken by Chonzal. We need the carts to return to Orboro if it's possible.
says, and send them headed in your direction. Back to.
I will tell him we're on our way.
Before they leave, Hum kind of rustles through the pockets of these light eaters.
Nine gold. 9 gold.
Well, we should start walking. Renwic is sending the carts back, and we'll meet them along the way.
And heading back. Bro, grab the carts and speed on. Warning of Flame Rule second. Atticus. Yeah. We have an hour of time left. I think that's enough time to do something that I actually have. But take 5 if you do.
I would like to get some more water.
Warning of Flame. Actually,
Calendar work.
When's the next bank holiday? Yeah, like in our world.
Oh. You're asking way too much of me. I just grabbed the calendar of Harto. On memory calendar. But midsummer. Like single day. 2 months. Yeah, so, guys, ETF at, and Stoneflame at Atticus back. Water's Edge is still precariously close, but it seems to have stabilized. Stoneflame sits up and gratuitously groans as he stretches. Scratches.
You are getting old.
Maybe. I am getting.
You are
stone
making
flame.
noises. When you wake up, your body makes involuntary noises. You are getting old.
All the rocks inside of my muscles.
And your head.
That's also the rocks. Oh. Downriver?
It makes the most sense.
It's up. He grabs his maul. You are.
We shall probably wait for all the others to wake up. I'm going to go for a run.
Sunflame looks at Ren, back at whoever else is in the back at.
Snow is up and outside stretching.
Chadagus is dead asleep. Just.
He grabs like a pot or a pan and like clangs a clang.
Good heavens, what's happening? Is there an alarm? Is there a fire?
No, there's just a lot of water still. And,
All right.
I think
Lots of water, yes.
Get going.
Oh, yeah, yes, certainly. I'll get started on breakfast, I suppose.
And he kind of leans a little bit, and you hear some sickly cracking noises as he stretches, and then he gets up.
Not the only one.
What was that?
Oh, nothing. And he stretches.
Stormflame called you old.
No, he'd be certainly accurate.
It's like gets up gracefully from her curled up position. Atticus. Chair. Do you have an easy chair? Did you mention an easy chair? My memory is saying.
I don't know if I have one. It's probably something I picked off of someone's porch that they were throwing away, like just making use of it.
Beautiful. And there's, like,
So there might be one, but it's got like holes in like the upholstery and stuff like that, possibly.
Fungus growing.
Just a little bit of love mold.
Yeah.
Just the cozy home amount of mold, you know.
Bit will get up and she says, I will go and track down Targe. Pops off the couch, or whatever this is. Starts heading in that.
Ren steps outside and she sees Snow stretching and she says, "Oh, Mrs. Snow, would you like to go for a run?"
I think that would be quite nice.
I will try not to lose you.
I appreciate that.
Ren starts jogging.
Around the paths, streets, alleyways between fields. That's out here in the outskirts of Forstride. And you guys see some militiamen with wheelbarrow. Instead of null body parts, you see being carted back toward the city. In sort of an irreverent way, and getting a closer look just by virtue of where you're going. See that on these bodies is the defaced armor of Strident. The current Forstride militia have grim expressions on.
Mrs. Snow, I think those are the traitors.
I would say so.
Certainly looks appropriate. So, shall we?
Atticus is running with them.
Oh no, I thought they ran back.
Oh, you can say that, certainly.
Never mind, you're good.
Absolutely. She and I take a nice leisurely jog and then we head back to grab some breakfast and be on our way.
I have provided whatever stores mostly fungus-free in my house, which is very little.
And by the time during this time, Stoneflame actually asked him for help.
I'll have him boil water in the kettle for tea. I trust him to do that.
Does that with no issue. But
Excellent.
when you don't ask him to do anything else, he ends up on Calistan. And when by the time Ren and Snow get back, Bit is back and has Vardic with her. And as everyone is sort of getting a bite to eat, Vardic says, "I'm afraid I must stay here in Forstride. Vardic has been injured. I wish to make sure he remains well as offering my services to the militia."
Well, you've been nothing but an asset to us so far, so I imagine you'll do so for them as well.
He takes Chadicus's hand and very firm but heartfelt. He offers the same.
Ren shakes his hand back heartily. We will miss you, but you take care of your friend.
My friend is last. Then he chokes up a bit and then kind of freezes. But he shakes his head and says, I will. So long. Heads back into the city. Off you go. What do you do?
Oh, we shouldn't waste time.
Yes, let's take the leftovers and make haste, shall we?
Okay, guys, walk out. Start heading toward parallel. Discover quickly skirts of Forstride and being directly south of that, the entire bank from where the riverbank was to well into the tree line is flooded by about a foot of snow. Appears to have no problems walking right on top of it, but the rest of you at first are slorshing through it, and it is very much rough terrain. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not a foot, it's inch deep, but it's very muddy. Stoneflame starts complaining. Says, it's going to take us a while to walk through all this muck.
It will take
Move.
longer if you keep complaining.
Your feet will be very well exfoliated, though.
Is Stoneflame like unnaturally hot most of the time, or is that just when he does the rage?
He's very warm.
I'm wondering if he rages with the mud on there, if he like cakes it.
I don't know. He has no reason to activate his rage thing, so I guess. But yeah, it's rough terrain. It's gonna take time to walk through.
What if we just moved further, like off the road? We can still see the river, but it's like firmer ground.
So you can go into the tree line. However, find that starts to get thick. That's its own problem. Then says, "Can't you something that we got across that river in the Onnadir forest?"
Oh yeah, I can. I'll cast Water Walk on everybody.
As you all just walk on it, like.
Wait, we're heading downstream, right?
Upstream.
We're heading upstream, so the water's coming towards us?
Yes.
Okay, I thought I heard you say downstream before. Gotcha.
I didn't mean to.
All right, that's good to know, because if it was going downstream, I was going to suggest we get on like the walking path that you find in airports and just kind of add some speed to it.
That's freaking hilarious. Idea too, but not this time. Maybe for your return. Yeah.
Hey.
Excellent. So, it is a day of walking. Hour of snow, casting a ritual during a walk. With snow, so water walk lasts for an hour. And I imagine that the snow would want to keep it up. Would snow... I imagine any caster could do a ritual while walking, but would snow do a ritual?
I'd imagine that she could, where she's just like holding on to the snowflake pendant, and like she has her head bowed while she's walking and like praying to Ariel to imbue everyone with Water Walk.
And in her grace, the way it works for everyone is the same way it works for you. It's ice appear. Oops. With every step they take. And first day down the Beaufort Road is boring and uneventful. Atticus is obviously the first one to feel the tiredness from walking. But the sun definitely hasn't gone down yet, because it is the middle of summer. Walked for 8 hours now, with breaks. This is the point where mechanically you start rolling con checks.
Ren is perfectly fine, and so she just wants to keep going. She's been playing with the water walking a little bit and trying to slide on the ice as she goes forward.
Flame catches onto it. He does a few like long dashes and then skids. And at one point he slips and falls. Ugh. Gets up.
So if he slips and falls, does that mean that he falls into the mud?
I think so. Well, let's see.
I mean, it doesn't say water falling.
So, ability to move across any liquid is harmless. No.
Oh, so it's just a move across.
Up to 10 million. If the target if you target a creature immersed in liquid, the spell carries the target to the surface. So I imagine that means that were he to fall on his ass and like splash in there for a second, it would just pop right back. His body would just like went back up, like he's a bag of air. So it wouldn't like if you were to fall prone, it would be kind of funny and awkward, but it wouldn't be like you sinking.
I feel like Ren goes to help him up when he falls, and she also slips and then starts laughing.
Yeah, because like obviously there would be some, like it would be like walking over ice. Basically, it is walking over ice because of how the thing works. So there are times where you slip. Now I'm imagining like school or like a ages, like gymnastics, where instead of mat, it's a pool of water and pass water walking.
Snow walks gracefully, and the rest of us are kind of slippy slidey.
A little bit, yeah. But if you're interested in continuing to walk, let's go. Constitution.
Oh dear.
Don't fight. Totally.
Oh, that's you need to change the name on that, but it's 18 still.
Oh, not advantage.
Draw the line.
Foolhardy.
So, even with a natural one an hour, no problem. You guys make it another 4 miles, and at this point, Atticus can definitely learn. But
I think it is perhaps time that we rest.
I mean, I could probably, no problem. Then he looks, something then looks at Atticus. How are you feeling?
I don't want to be a burden, but the joints aren't really liking me right now.
If we stop right now, Mr. Chadicus, will you make us good dinner?
Certainly. I'll do my best.
Wait,
I-
if snow, how long does the water thing last?
An hour
So
before
that
it needs
means
to be cast again.
that means sleep and stops lurking will all sink. Then he like crouches down and at this point, the ground, see the grass and the dirt, even though it's kind of murky. It's about 5 inches below. Find the right place.
Yeah, that would be smart.
Starts walking.
And Ren uses her specialty as wanderer to kind of find food in the brush and stuff around them.
Okay.
So that Chadicus can make something.
I'll also mention, just because point out, an hour back, guys past purple-leafed tree. Snow and Chadicus will as marker that, but they saw that pathway. And now sort of put together was the sort of entry point for sectors. But you guys passed that a while back. So, Ren, can you? Oh, that's right. The woods definitely do provide like that. And in the Nearfall woods, you can find natural berry patches. And there's probably game. It's definitely not out of your depth. Have a nice dinner once you find a nice dry place. And it's a couple of it's about half a mile into the tree line where you find somewhere that's dry still. That won't add on exhaustion checks.
Ren comes back with a few rabbits and some berries and some herbs growing in the woods. Will this work?
Ooh, let's take a look. I have an herbalism kit. Can I identify and make sure none of these are poisonous in any way?
Yeah.
She also found some mushrooms.
Roll a nature check.
Nature is this button.
You know exactly, and out of everything that Ren has collected, none of it, except for this one particular mushroom, is poisonous.
I isolate the mushrooms that are poisonous seed and I put them in a little sack. I say, these will lead our tummies a little bit more rumbly than you'd like, but otherwise, good job.
They look like a different mushroom that I know.
Yes, well, I would suggest you feed it to your enemies, and perhaps it'll be efficient that way.
Okie dokie.
And I will whip up some hodgepodge stew of whatever I got here. It's okay.
It's okay. For vignettes, you'd like pass them.
Should we set up a watch?
That's probably a good idea. Your same woods as the called Nixon.
I will go first.
I will take second watch.
I will take third.
Mr. Chadukas, you just sleep.
I appreciate your diction. And he will find a nice little dry spot and curl up and fall asleep.
Stoneflame goes, kind of wakes up on it's early. Alright. You can sleep now.
I'll give him a nod and then sit myself at the base of a tree with ice across my lap, entranced.
It's the night without instant as back. comes and Ren, that's right.
She does. She gets up and she goes scouting for some stuff for breakfast.
You go back to the spots you found from initially, and there's still plenty.
She packs a little bit extra for the road.
Ben,
Yes.
food?
It's very easy to find food.
I know. I just thought we needed to get going immediately.
We have to make sure Mr. Chadicus is nice and rested. He needs extra rest. Plus, lots of stuff to power the body.
Okay. Matches.
Ren goes and shakes Chadicus very softly and says, Mr. Chadicus, you have to get up now.
Oh. That time already. Alright.
I found some berries. They're very good. They will help us get on the road this morning.
Wonderful. Good job. He kind of pats her on the shoulder. And stands up. There's a horrible snapping sound. He's like, all right. And he leans down to pick up his bag and slowly starts hobbling towards the road.
Would you like me to pop your back?
No, it's fine. If I get
She doesn't
Too
care.
prob-
And she kind of grabs him from the back and kind of does that little jerk and straightens his back for him. That will make it better.
Can we roll a medicine check to see how bad I am?
Sure. Also, I'll definitely say that snow is definitely up. Oh, no. It's not comfortable. You've got like a crick in 8th, right?
Much better now, right?
Yes. Good job.
She smacks him on the back real hard. Come. We're burning daylight.
Hopefully it makes them move. So there's bits who awaken giggling at all of this.
Oh, I'll ritual cast water walk on everybody.
You make your way from the base, start heading back to and sense to apply here.
I was just thrown out.
Snow. As you guys beeline to where it clears off into, and at this point you're already stepping in. You hear a splashing sound behind you that doesn't come from any.
I'm going to turn and see what it is.
You don't see it, but you know you heard something behind you. It's trail.
I'm gonna ready ice and just tell everyone there's something behind us.
Stoneflame ready says, I don't see anything.
I heard it
Oh,
splashing behind us.
okay. And Stoneflame starts backing out of the
Chad gives you this time to cast Mage Armor.
Ren just kind of behaves just like Stoneflame is because she wants to seem tough too. We should move quicker.
You are moving quicker. I just. Back out. Hear more splashing from behind you. This time from the direction of the river. Stoneflame whirls around. Wait, they're over there! And a contingent of water cultists. Guys up to with their hands looking like they're about to cast and ones with their nasty Mark II swords about to run toward you. And that is where we'll end the session.
Excellent. Bye, Joy.
Bye, Joy.
Bye bye, Joy.